you roll around the tide, make me lose my mind. Do you know what tonight is? For it's all about you and me. Boy, do you and me. Do you know what tonight is? For it's all about you and me. Baby, can't you see? Doing anything you like, I know it drives you crazy. Let me know it feels good, like a good boy should. I already told you, I can never get enough. Seems like every time. What's happening, y'all? Hey everybody, how y'all doing tonight? Hey Scorpio Forever. I'm feeling a little better at the moment. I'm noticing that, you know, this has its highs and its lows. So I have times where I feel okay and decent, and then other times where I have flare-ups. Like the other night, oh my God. Oh my God, I had such a bad flare-up. Like my chest and my lungs were on fire, and I felt lightheaded. It was horrible, y'all. I didn't have to go to the emergency room, thank goodness, but I just really have to conserve my energy. And so with that being said, welcome to everybody in the live. For those of you guys watching this on the playback, I do have a few readings that are due this weekend, so I might not be able to get everybody this weekend, but like I said, the you know, readings are a little delayed. The turnaround time is a little delayed, but I would definitely be reaching out to everyone just to keep everybody up to speed on the process, you know, because I just got to pace myself, because I still also have to provide content for Patreon, and, you know, so, and you know, making sure I'm not doing too much. But I really do appreciate y'all for sticking in there with me. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Hey, Rachel. Yeah, my daughter is still fine. She's okay, thank God, you know. And that's another thing. I've been trying to keep her from being all up on me, but she's a Cancer, so y'all know how that goes. She's very clingy. She can be very clingy. So, you know, she be the type to get up in the middle of the night, get in my bed, laying on my lap, trying to kiss me. I'm like, girl, what part of I got COVID don't you get, mamas? Back up. And so I'm gonna get her tested next week, and if her results come back negative, I'm sending her up the road. She finna go stay with her grandparents or her daddy. Somebody. I need a break. Because having COVID, quarantining with a 6-year-old, making sure she got her assignments, doing my work, it's a lot. It was canceled because of, Ashanti C19. I saw that. And I was prepared to do this live anyway. Okay, because I realized I hadn't done a natal chart reading for Keyshia or Ashanti. So I wanted to do this either way, but thank you, Superficial Cole. And thank you, Sierra. Thank you. Today is day 9. Well, technically Sunday would be, day number 9 since the onset of my symptoms. I don't know, y'all. We just gonna ride it out. We gonna thug it out. It's gonna be fine. Hey, Problem Fave. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling a lot better. Like I was saying the other night when I posted, like, I need some healing energy, I had like a really bad flare up. Like it comes in waves, you know, like there'll be certain times where I'm fine. Like now, like maybe the back of my throat feels weird or I'm stuffy and whatever, but I'll have times where my head hurts, my eyes hurt, I can't breathe, I feel lightheaded, where I just feel so weak. It just depends. So when I'm doing all right, I'm doing all right. Hey, you finally caught a stream. Welcome. Well, hello. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in for me. Yeah, it is a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, she is a sweetheart. What she want to be. Because she's also a Gemini moon with the 8th house Gemini stellium. So the switch up is so real. But when she wants to be, she can be a sweetie. She's like, Mom, my daughter's initial response was, you got coronavirus? I got to warn the others being the rest of our family. So she, just like that Gemini shit, she went and told everybody, my mama got coronavirus. You stay over there. I don't want the coronavirus. But then I guess she figured at some point, like, it's okay to get it because she if she had to choose between not having it and not being close to me or having it and being close to me, she'd rather have it if that means she could be close to me. Is kind of basically what she said. And I was like, oh, my baby. But back your ass up though, for real, dog. It does hurt to breathe sometimes. And that's what I mean with about the flare-ups. At different periods, like right now, for instance, I'm okay. But like earlier today and the other night, it did hurt to breathe. Like you have to practice mindful breathing, like taking deep breaths and just no matter how much it hurts, you want to make sure you get all the air in your lungs. And it also sucks for me because I got my North Node in the 3rd house. And that 3rd house is naturally governed by Gemini. And a lot of people with that placement tend to have issues with their lungs in general. And the way my transits was set up, y'all, like it was just in perfect alignment with like me catching COVID or having a lung infection. It's just crazy. But, But thank you guys once again for the support, though, and the love and the well wishes and the energy. Like I said, I really do be needing that. And I really do. I appreciate that so much. And I love y'all so much. I love that Ashanti and Keyshia Cole don't beef with each other. Yeah, doing the verses for fun. And honestly, that's how it should be. It's not that deep, But we do live in a society where conflict is more entertaining. So people want to see the more entertaining, situation take place. When you're sick and you think of all the times you could breathe. And I'm trying to tell you, and y'all, I completely lost my sense of taste and smell. And I thought, of course, I've heard people say this, and this is actually, I didn't experience this earlier this year because I got COVID earlier this year, but I feel like I got a different strain of COVID. The COVID that I got now, that shit been doing some push-ups or some shit. Like this bitch been in the gym because she got a little kick. It hit a little different. So when I say I can't smell nothing, your smell and your sense of smell and taste are tied, but nothing, not even a little bit. Not like, oh, kind of, sort of. Because, I've had colds before or even the common flu. And it's like, okay, you can still smell something. Your nose just might be stopped up. It's like, no. Even if my nose is not congested, I can't smell shit. I opened the bottle. I was in the shower and I opened my bottle of apple cider vinegar and stuck my nose in the bottle. Y'all know how pungent and strong apple cider vinegar is. I couldn't smell it. Now, the positive side is it's been keeping me from overeating and, because I just don't really have an appetite. And I mean, what's the point? Like, I can't taste shit. So, like, me eating the food that I like versus eating the food that I don't like, I just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat what's good for me then, since I can't taste it. Vegetables it is. Vegetables and soup it is. You know, if you're gonna have COVID, might as well come out snatched. Yes, warn the others. I missed you too. Hey, Camilla. Camellia. I always forget that extra I at the end. It's crazy how people who go to the club don't get COVID, but the people in there. I'm trying to tell you. And I'm not one of those people who shame people for going to the club. You do have people who sit around and shame people like, oh, look at people enjoying their lives. COVID. And I mean, I kind of get why people respond that way, but I just feel like you should put most of the pressure on the government. Most of the responsibility should lie on the government, not the actual people. But you know, it is interesting to see people dead ass out here like living la vida loca. And my ass take a little, like, I think I got it because I went to the gas station. Okay, check this out. So I went to the gas station last week, right? And I think I said this in my last life. I can't remember. Whatever. I'm telling it again. I come back from the gas station. It was really quick because I went to go get a charger. And I come back, right, y'all? And I start digging in my nose. Shit, I was digging for gold. I was fucking it up too. And then I was like, oh my God, I did not sanitize my hands. And normally I'm very meticulous about that type of stuff. I'm a Virgo moon. So like my moons, I just started going crazy. Like, oh my God. And so like the next day, I kid you not, I started feeling sick. And I don't know if it was a matter of me already having it, but you know, it's just that it just happened to come on and I started feeling the symptoms after that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I was always sick, but you know, I kind of just like thought it into existence. I don't know. But I suspect that's when I contracted COVID. That's what I suspect. That's what I think. I mean, I stuck that COVID all the way up in my brain because I was fucking that shit up. Keyshia Cole gonna win that battle. So everybody has been saying they feel like Keyshia Cole gonna win, and I don't really have a dog in the fight. It just is what it is. But hey, Lex, how you doing, baby? These celebs be fake beefing to keep the post attention. Facts. I can see that. Sounds irritating. It is. Right. Jumpstart my way into losing weight. So I'm like, look. Silver lining. Silver lining. That's exactly what I was thinking. If I couldn't taste anything, I eat so healthy. Right. You got it twice at this point. The cure is marinating inside of you. Listen, it better be. You put your brother's mask on by mistake. You don't give a fuck about the verses. I could take it or leave it too. Okay. The whole concept of a verses, I could kind of take or leave. So let's just go. Well, hold on, y'all. Let's at least get to 25 likes. When we get to 25 likes, I'll start the reading. So y'all make sure if you're just now joining, hit that thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. And then once I get to 25 likes, I'll go ahead and start. I got really sick with respiratory problems in February, but I quickly took my medicine and was back to normal in 2 months. That's excellent. My brother is fine. Oh, God, girl. Ugh. Well, we know you ain't got no taste in men. Because that thing, girl, oh. But then again, I'm biased, so yikes. Upper respiratory infections, they ain't nothing to fight, nothing. I grew up with Ashanti. And actually, I've been taking a lot. What did you try any holistic remedies? I know you said you've been taking medication, so I'm assuming you did get some type of over the counter meds, but were there any like other like holistic remedies that you use? Because I been taking lots of turmeric. They say turmeric is really good when it comes to coating the lungs and preventing pneumonia, which is another really big complication from COVID, you know, and mullein leaf extract. And it's a couple of others. I think vitamin D is supposed to be really good for your lungs. So I grew up with Ashanti songs, and I like her better with Keyshia Cole, had them songs to make you ugly cry. I mean, I like both of them for different reasons. I mean, you know, I ain't gonna cap like I ain't set up here and listen to both women. Like both don't have a their own place in my playlist. Like I listen to both for different reasons, and I mean, you know, I like them both. Like I said, I really, as opinionated as I am, I really don't have that much of an opinion on it. It's just like, oh, I like Keyshia Cole music and I like Ashanti's music. It's about equal. Hi, Elijah. Welcome. Everybody welcome Elijah to the club. Kaleido Silver. Okay. I'm gonna have to write that down. Kaleido Silver. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Oregano oil. Okay. Thank you. Let me just, I'm gonna be up on Amazon ordering all this shit. Okay, so oregano oil, Kaleido Silver. Okay, start making smoothies with sea moss. Okay, I've heard different people talk about that as well. So sea moss. There's a video on YouTube on how to make a drink called a flu bomb. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. You never like Ashanti's music? Baby. Airborne Original Zesty Orange. Okay. I'm just going to add that to the list here. I got a whole list. Thank y'all so much. Y'all going to get me together. Okay. Licorice root. Yes. I got some of that. Okay. Licorice root. I got licorice root. Pineapple juice. Yes. I got that. Moringa seeds. Moringa seeds. Okay. Yes, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for that. Y'all the plug for real. Okay, so make sure if you're just now joining me, hit that thumbs up button. Let me see where we at with the likes. 25 likes, but it's 45 people watching. So let's get to 35 likes and then I'll start. 35 likes and I'll start. Vicks Vapor Rub Cream. See, okay. Whoa. Since I was a kid, I have PTSD from Vicks Vapor Rub. Like, I remember being a child and my mama used to violently rub that shit on my chest. And I hated it so much. She would rub my face in it and on my chest and just lather it on my back. And I'd be like, oh! And my mom would be like, hush, be still, be quiet. And I used to hate it. Oh my God, it was torture. It was a torture tactic. And so even as an adult, I can like I can never bring myself to it. I'll use some eucalyptus oil, peppermint oil, mix it up with a little coconut oil, rub it on my chest. But like Vicks Vapor Rub, we've gone too far. I can't. I don't even put it on my child. You heard me? That's how fucked up I've been from this shit. So fucked up. It's just the smell and then the burning, tingling sensation, and it's something about it that just triggers like those traumatic memories for me. And I don't know why my mama, because I actually know my mama heavy-handed. That's why. Big ass, strong ass fucking hands. I'm like, damn, bitch. Rubbing my head, my fucking chest all hard and my face all hard. That in tandem with the actual Vicks Vapor Rub itself fuck me up, man. I can't. Yes, get those lights up. Bay leaves, ginger, garlic, onion, honey, lime juice. Okay. Got it. We think Vapor Rub is a cure for everything. I'm trying to tell you, right along with fucking what's that other shit? That Robitussin and ginger ale. I hate Vicks too. That shit exactly warm and cold at the same damn time. I had a hose on my mask on outside. It's bothering my eyes. I know you good at Cali 92. I'm being extra about it, but like, nah, for real. I hate that shit. Put it on your feet with socks. What that do? Did she thought rubbing it hard would make it faster? My mama just naturally heavy-handed, so I guess it was just another day in the neighborhood for her. But that shit fucked me up. When I was a little girl, I was scared of Christmas trees. What? How? Why? Why? We think drinking ginger ale is a cure for everything. You get shot. Right. Facts. Vicks open you up. It's not good for you. Oh. I can see that. I can see how it that could be a bad thing. Okay, so we got 32 likes, 35, and we can go ahead and start this reading. So everybody get those likes up. If you're just now joining, don't lurk, don't be weird. Just hit the thumbs up button. You could actually even leave after that if you want to, but just hit the thumbs up button because it helps me. You hate how sticky it is. Oh, you do put Vapor Rub on your nose when you congest it. It opens up your chest. Get you someone who can make some ginger beer with rum. The Vicks and socks is to get rid of fevers or head colds. Okay, so any Islanders in the chat? Wagwan. Like I need some help. Cause I know them Caribbeans, y'all don't know how to do nothing else. They know how to come up with like a good ass homemade remedy. Buckley's? I ain't never heard of Buckley's. Peppermint and lemon essential oil. I don't know why I never thought about. I feel like I should have known this, Lilith. So okay, so you got the plug on all the home remedies. All y'all really got the plug for real. I'll take the help where I can get it. Really? I just wish I was quarantined. I wish I had a man to quarantine with. Or, I mean, a partner in general. I wish I had a partner, like a boyfriend or a girlfriend to quarantine with. It be times like this, you just be like, I just wish I could be taken care of for once, you know? Especially as a mother and you always in a position where you got to take care of somebody else. It's just nice to be catered to and to have somebody wait on you hand and foot. That would be so nice. Y'all hit the thumbs up button if you just now joining the chat. Because we had 33 likes. Like, let me get 2 more. And we're going to start. Drink some rum. Rum fix everything. Man, I've been staying away from alcohol lately. Since my birthday, now that I think about it. When y'all saw me get fucked up with that Henny, that was the last time I drank. And I wish I could smoke, but for obvious reasons, that won't be the case. Not no time soon. Need help from the ancestors. Man, facts. Natal. Oh, yeah, natal. I forgot about that. Natal. Mullein, vitamin C. I got some vitamin C capsules, and I'm ordering some more mullein. I had some, and I ran out. Rose water. Right. Sea moss. Yeah, somebody said sea moss. You love being appreciated. Black seed oil. Okay, so we've reached 35 likes. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's start with Ashanti. Okay. Let's start with Mr. Baby. So Ashanti, oh my God, her real name is Ashanti Shakoya Douglas. I never knew that. She was born on October 13th, 1980. So she is a Libra sun. But I didn't realize that she's a Sagittarius moon. She's a Sag moon. And that actually also makes a lot of sense too in terms of her just her personality. She's very, Libras can come off as like very easygoing people in general, but she kind of has this personality to her that's like very like, vivacious and kind of like it puts me in the same mindset of kind of sort of like Sweetie. And Sweetie is another Sagittarius moon in terms of just being like, these people tend to have really good senses of humor, very like bold, or they can even be over the top at times, very jovial spirits, also very adventurous. These are people who could really enjoy traveling, and a lot of people was eating her ass up in the comments because they was like, yeah, bitch, your ass had a whole fucking destination birthday, because she been out the country for like the past couple months now, or however long she was. She went out of town for her birthday and been, all over the world and kicking in and resorts and all this other stuff. That's very Sagittarius moon. They're like, that's where your ass got the COVID from. She was like, no, that's not where I got COVID. I got COVID because I hugged a family member. Like, yeah. All right. But, so, I thought that was kind of interesting. Let's see. But it also, because her moon is conjunct her Mars as well. So she's a Sag Mars, and that could actually create a very athletic person. And as I'm sure, well, I don't know if you guys know, but I distinctively remember Ashanti always talking about how she used to run track when she was in school, and how she, was just so into sports and so much of a tomboy when she was younger, and blah, blah, blah. So that definitely has a lot to do with that, It could also even deal with, a person who could either come from a really big family, people where maybe they may be accustomed to traveling a lot to go visit their family, or maybe she came from a very religious family as well. A lot of Sagittarius moons tend to have very either spiritual or religious families, especially like mothers. Now with her moon conjunct that Mars also, that points towards Ashanti's mother's involvement in her career, and how in a lot of ways Ashanti could have been like the golden child, in terms of being that one kid that her mom put all of her hopes and dreams into. And it would also make, because I think her mother managed her, if I'm not mistaken, y'all feel free to correct me, but that would also be very like, Sag moon conjunct Mars as well. So I could definitely see that. Definitely see that. I'm trying to see what else. Now, one of the biggest things that stood out to me, okay, Ashanti is actually an Aquarius South Node, and so at the 16th degree. And these are people who come from many past life circumstances where maybe they were used to playing the background. People who have, in many cases, they could be accustomed to overly identifying with either like their collective or the people around them, to the point where they may feel uncomfortable in positions that place them in the forefront. These are people who are destined for leadership and destined to be in the spotlight, but may have a difficult time really embracing that and stepping into that fully, which automatically made me think about the whole scenario in the beginning of her career when she was a ghostwriter. Okay, when she was ghostwriting for this person, that person, J-Lo, right? J-Lo. And that's also even indicated with her her Mercury at the 15th degree of Scorpio squaring that South Node, where you can look at that as her, being a ghostwriter or collaborating with other people, like, writing wise from behind the scenes and shit like that. But more so from the standpoint of where there are other people kind of siphoning off of your energy. So I thought that was very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Or where she could have been under a lot of, her chart in totality gives me a lot of puppet vibes. Ashanti gives me big puppet vibes. Another reason why I say that too is because she also has that Libra sun conjunct her Pluto, which can create a person who spends a lot of their time being controlled or dominated by other people, especially when we're talking about in terms of business, right? And even in terms of like relationships, like the men in her life, like she gives me the type, like one of those girls, she get in a relationship with a dude and that nigga control everything about her, like when she going, when she coming, how she gonna do this. And that also makes a lot of sense, given that, there were rumors that, I don't know if it's a rumor now. I guess at this point it's pretty much official that she was dating, or at least sleeping with Irv Gotti. Okay. And he was very hands-on, like, and I actually think that worked to a lot of her detriment, because he was able to do things like sabotage her career and all that kind of stuff. Once they decided, I guess they weren't messing with each other like that no more. Their sun conjunct Pluto could also even deal with her dealing with married men, but so can that Aquarius South Node, where she could have been accustomed to dealing with, like, Ashanti also gives me Thotty vibes, like Thotty, like she gives me like she's wild, like she really be into some wild shit. And that also is another attribute of that Sagittarius Mars conjunct Moon. These are people, like, these are your wild ass freak hoes, like, respectfully, of course. Respectfully, but it's just the truth. So it's just kind of interesting because you also see her trying to come across as like, like she don't really tell a lot of her business, and she got that Libra thing going for her, especially with that sun conjunct Pluto. Like, these people can be very meticulous about their image, very and that's another way you could look at that aspect, like very, they are very controlling about the way that they are perceived by other people. But yeah, anyway, so with that Aquarius South Node, like I said, you could definitely look at that as her playing the background on Murder Inc. and, you know, kind of a lot of her affiliations with people actually working to her detriment. And in this lifetime, it's a Leo North Node. And I guess you could say to a certain degree, she may have achieved that Leo North Node, right? Because she was able to branch out. She was a recording artist, right, on by her own merits at a certain point in time. But it also points towards a person that, like, once again, in this lifetime, you have to learn how to be a leader instead of a follower. And there could be a lot of issues, and there typically are lots of issues involving the men in a woman's life with that Leo North Node. So I'm pretty sure she got some type of daddy issues, even with that Sun conjunct Pluto. I'm pretty sure she got some daddy issues. I don't think she has the best relationship with her father. I also think she has there could be something there in terms of her not having the best relationship with her sister as well. With that Mercury squaring her nose, I feel like her sister could either be the jealous type or a leech. But, you know, that's, you know, whatever. That's also even reinforced with her Mercury in opposition to Chiron at that 17th degree of Taurus, where there could be her sister relies on her a lot financially, and almost like the situation where, like, all right, bitch, you bleeding me dry, dog. You're bleeding me dry, ma'am. Like, what's going on? And with her Chiron also squaring that Leo North Node, she's not above having financial problems. So, you know. Then she also has her moon squaring Venus in Virgo. So, you know, that could create financial issues, or a person who is very much worried about their money, who can, you know, be very aware of their spending. I mean, actually, now that I think about it, that can produce a person who's kind of cheap too. You know, or just a person where it's just like, yeah, like my coin. Like, I'm very aware of my coin. I'm looking at the comments now. So, what's happening December 21st? I heard so many talks about it being new age of Aquarius. I could take a look at the transits. I know a lot of people were talking about, oh, Black people, our DNA is supposed to be unlocking. And I'm like, all right. But maybe that's what we could do next, is take a look at the transits for the 21st and see from an astrological standpoint what the fuck going on. Why do Americans think that going outside of the U.S. is a break from COVID? We got COVID too. You know what? Probably because y'all handle it better. Where you at, Lilith? But probably because other countries and nations handle it better, and, you know, America is just one big ass COVID cesspool. So, which actually still makes no sense, because if I was the other countries, I'd be like, hell nah, bitch, stay y'all sick asses where y'all at. Age of Pisces, the age of Aquarius come until 2080 when we all dead. I could have sworn the age of Aquarius kicked off in 2012. But I went out of the country, and even though I went there, COVID is there too. Yes, not as many restrictions in the or as the U.S. Ashanti was way more of the golden child. Her sister played second best. Ew. I'm like, why? What's happening? Why you hid or why'd you hide Patricia? Ashanti and her sister do look alike. Sun conjunct Pluto means you can't be other. That's why I said she gives me puppet vibes. You know, she gives me puppet vibes. where she's, like you said, is pretty much going to be at the mercy of other people. But I think in her case, it translates into her ability, or her doing that from a business standpoint or a relationship standpoint with that Libra energy. I've also seen this creative person who wants to remain relevant so bad that they do lots of collaborations. Damn, so Irv Gotti is true. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know for a fact she's dealt with, I mean, at least other, if not Irv Gotti, I know she's dealt with other men. Like I said, especially with that Aquarius South Node. Then she got her Mars conjunct Uranus at the 23rd degree of Scorpio. She don't fuck somebody else's nigga before. Or you know, that got into some shit. Like, it's a lot about Ashanti that I feel like a lot of people don't know in terms of like her sexuality. She does give me very like promiscuous tea. You know? I don't slut shame, so it is what it is, but like, actually, even with that Mars conjunct her Uranus and Scorpio, I wouldn't even be surprised if she like was ever in a situation where she dealt with her friend's man or something like that. Or vice versa, especially as an Aquarius South Node, so many karmic situations involving her friendships. She gives me the type of person where there could be issues like her friend is dating a nigga and then she go backdoor her friend type shit. Ah, damn, you take care of me, Lex? Well, bring your fine ass here then. I'm ready. I'm ready. Like, I need it. I need it. Hop in a mask, hop in a jumpsuit, and then come on to me. Pluto squaring the ascendant. Well, of course, there are other factors that could modify like what that means and how that is expressed. But essentially, when a person has Pluto squaring their ascendant, there is almost always some instance of abuse. These are people where they could actually live some pretty rough lives. Like, these are people who are constantly going through violent change. And specifically, in terms of their immediate circumstances. These are people who could experience a lot of death, people who can experience, once again, lots of abuse. These are people who may even, their lives are constant fucking, like, there's always this battle between either trying to assert yourself onto other people or trying to prevent other people from asserting themselves onto you. Lots of power struggles. These are people who can also drastically change. Everything from their appearance, or may have to go through parts of life where they have to reinvent themselves from time to time. Maybe they, depending on what signs we're talking about that are, making this square, some of these people could have health complications and issues, especially if we're talking about to the like colon, issues with the like lower digestive, or the lower, what is that? The lower intestine, like the part where, your body starts making the shit. Issues with like the anus, issues with the private parts. Maybe these people may have to undergo surgery at some point in life. It's actually a really tough aspect to have. Americans are prideful people, very individualistic. Facts. Of course, we know it's not all Americans, but as a collective, that's what a lot of Americans are known to be, and I think a lot of us are so much in our own bubble. Like, if I was on the outside looking in, I would say Americans are stupid as hell. Yeah, I figured you were speaking about society as a whole. I don't think Australia is letting anybody into the country for a year, but we haven't had COVID for a while now either. I'm so jealous. Yeah. Gemini Sun opposing Sag Pluto. There could be lots of issues with. I notice those people have a lot of problems with cars, like their cars and shit. Either lots of car accidents, um, lots of issues maybe with their cars breaking down. There could also be lots of issues in regards to siblings. These are people where maybe travel could be very difficult for them. It actually also makes sense too, like in terms of being in a situation where you're always talking to dealing with people who live outside of the country. I thought that was very interesting, given that now I know you're not in America. I don't know where I thought you lived, girl. But those are people who can also be very highly influenced by other people. So, it's very important to guard your mind. It's very easy for these people to be cognitively influenced by other people, especially when you're talking about like other people's beliefs, or they could be the type to be to come on very strong themselves, or have very, what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? Very like overzealous beliefs. Like, those are people who can be easily indoctrinated, or if they're not careful, can kind of indoctrinate other people. What's the word? I can't find the proper word, y'all. My brain is broken tonight. My brain is broken. Oh, your Pluto's in Sagittarius squaring your Virgo ascendant. Well, you may have a difficult time tapping into that Virgo energy, because it could create a person who's the exact like where your life is this big ass fucking struggle to like get your shit together, because you may be sloppy, messy, absent-minded, forgetful. Wait, that's the same thing, absent-minded, forgetful. You could be I tend to find, there could be lots of issues when it comes to weight, lots of issues when it comes to lots of issues just when it comes to being able to these are people who can be big fuck ups, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could just have a lot of issues when it comes to getting their shit together in general. It could just be really, really hard to tap into that stereotypical Virgo ascendant energy. Okay, so hey Felicity, so let's get back to Ashanti's chart. Also, her Jupiter is at the 27th degree of Virgo and is squaring her Neptune. I thought that was interesting because that could deal with her getting sick, her catching COVID. That actually can make a person who is just naturally very sickly anyway. And it implies that she actually did get sick from traveling. So she a goddamn lie. These are people who can absolutely get sick from traveling. She's a motherfucking lie if I ever seen one. So there's that. I'm trying to see, is there anything else interesting worth mentioning? I know that Aquarius South Node could also deal with her just being like, these are people who are exhibitionists. So like they can be very like their style of clothing and stuff can be very revealing. These are people who can walk out downright naked, and it puts me in a mindset of, I don't know if y'all remember, either it was early this year or last year, where she made headlines because she showed up at a fashion show with this ill-fitting ass outfit on, y'all. Hold on, let me see if I can look it up and pull the picture. It was like looking crazy. Everybody was like, what the fuck? Where and especially since she's been older, a lot of people have been like criticizing her because of her dress. People feel like, oh, she's dressing like a a young little Tinder and why she, wearing this and wearing that. But that's very Aquarius South Node. Let me see. Ashanti, what was it? Fashion show photos. I'm going to see if I can find it under that. And it was just so random. And you could tell it looked like she was trying to channel her best Meg the Stallion, but that shit fell flat. And it's also so funny because Meg the Stallion is an Aquarius. So you hear where I'm going with this? She was like trying to channel that Aquarian energy. And it was just, like they can kind of shock other people with the way they dress. And I think her pussy lips was hanging out. Yeah, her pussy lips is hanging out. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Everybody was like, what the fuck? Just look at it. And it's not that I don't think she should dress like that, or I feel like there's shit. What did I just do? It's not that I feel like there's a certain way she should dress. It just looked kind of weird on her. Like, no, baby. What is you doing? North Node and Aquarius in the 5th house always confuses those energies opposed to each other. Well, the way that you're supposed to do that is you interpret the sign placement first and then the house placement second. So what do we know about Aquarius North Nodes, right? People who are supposed to be liberated, independent, detached, learning how to use your head more instead of your heart. What does the 5th house deal with? Relationships. So situations where, these are people who it's very common for them to be divorced or to go through very turbulent circumstances in relationships because they have to learn how to detach from emotional matters. They could also have a difficult time with children and stuff like that for that very same reason. In this lifetime, you're supposed to even take a more unorthodox approach, or you can afford to be kind of experimental in the way that you approach your relationships, in the way that you approach motherhood if you are a mother, where your independence should come first. Your individuality should come first. Even in the way in which you express yourself. You have a right to express yourself in a way that other people may deem kind of weird. Yeah, her body, you show it all. Her body is banging. Her body is banging. It's just, you know what I think it is? I think it was because look at this right here. Look at the other women she was next to. And maybe it's because she was like the entertainment. It's like, I guess she just felt like, okay, I must spruce it up a little bit. But like, it looked out of place, I guess is what I'm saying. And look, it had to bleep out her coochie. She had that monkey hanging out. That monkey. It just didn't look good. It just didn't look good on her. Like I said, to me, it felt like she was trying to do something that other people do. Like she was giving me very much like Meg the Stallion knockoff. It's like, if you want to be sexy and push the envelope, find a way to do that is authentic to you, or something that we ain't seen before, I guess. I don't know. That's just how I felt. The outfit when she was busting it wide open. Yeah. Spread. And it's like, I don't remember Ashanti being like this when she was like back in the day, is my point. Not to say that she ever had a cookie cutter image, but maybe another reason why it kind of threw me off that this was like so. Not to say that this is not, she's not embodying her true nature right here, but it's just saying like, I ain't never seen her do it before. So it's just like, and that's another reason why it kind of gave me like trying to keep up with the trend vibes too. Like it just kind of gave me a little desperate vibes. And once again, with that Aquarius South Node, this could very well be in alignment with who she is, like the type to just let it all hang out. But she wasn't like that before. So Sag South Node, 8th house. In his lifetime, these are people who have to learn how to respect other people's values and learn how to diversify. Learn how to engage with diversifying opinions, and people who just need to learn how to. People who need to learn how to, even in this lifetime, focus on how to be flexible, learning that there's more than one way to get what you want. I think she a freak too. Her sister got beat up bad by her ex, or he knocked her teeth out. Damn. Damn. Right, she's an OG. Exactly. She don't need to be copying nobody. And that's kind of how it felt. The people that don't look freaky be the ones. I can see that. I can see that. Mm-hmm. Leo North Node's the 3rd house, learning how to express yourself. Learning how to express yourself in a constructive way. Learning how to communicate effectively. Your Gemini moon conjunct the North Node makes it easier for you to be flexible. It actually does, because it makes you very open and receptive to information. You know, maybe your relationship with your mother primed you for that. Damn, I did not know that. Ninth house North Node individuals need to learn how to be more selective of the company they keep. They need to learn how to develop some type of moral system, a higher faith system, or, learning how to even trust their own intuition. These are people who may even have to learn how to get about the not get so caught up on the details of things. Like these are, and that also ties back to learning how to trust your intuition too, because they can just kind of lose the big picture, because they can take things very literally. These are people who can always be seeking outside advice and opinions, but never really get around to doing nothing, because you're not trusting what you know is right for you. You feel me? And quit trying to be so damn crafty. Like a lot of people with that 3rd house South Node, they're very crafty people. So always trying to either talk their way out of a situation or get over somebody, or maybe even too caught up with other people's what other people got going on. Focus on yourself and make sure you doing what the fuck you supposed to be doing. Don't worry about what the next person is doing. Nelly is so sexy. He nasty like Drake. Okay, see, I like him nasty, but like we gotta differentiate the types of nasty, because Drake is like, your ass need to go to jail nasty, because I have a theory that he's a pedophile. Allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly just because to protect myself, but allegedly, it's not a secret now. Drake has a very long-standing relationship with underage women that ironically somehow just people just tend to like overlook that shit. Like he's able to sidestep that shit flawlessly. And when I found out that, I mean, just looking at his chart, it makes a lot of sense too. That he got that Aquarius Mars that is very questionable to me. Okay. Then he got that fourth house stellium squaring his ascendant. I just that fourth house Scorpio stellium, and that nigga be into some shit behind closed doors. Okay, he has all of the makings of a sexual deviant, but you know, you didn't hear that from me. Not a neck like a pit bull. Hell no. Okay, so let's move on, shall we? Because we're gonna move on to the second contendant, and that's Keyshia Cole. Y'all remember? Y'all remember when they had their reality show, when she had the show with her family? And Frankie used to be on everything. Frankie was on 106 and Park. She used to be on all kinds of shit. And she was introducing her and was like, y'all give it up for my baby. Keyshia. He's like, what the fuck? Man down. It's a man down situation. Her mama cracked me up. Her mama was funny as hell. Okay, so Keyshia Cole was born on October 15, 1981 at 11:11. I don't know. I know she had an album called 11:11, but I didn't know she was actually born at 11:11, so I thought that was kind of interesting. In Oakland, California. So Keyshia Cole is a Libra sun, Gemini moon, which makes a lot of sense, and Cancer ascendant. She don't look like a Cancer ascendant to me. Not really. But I will say, actually, with her being a Gemini moon, actually, I feel like maybe she could. And she has her moon in the 11th house, which could deal with having an estranged relationship from the mother. Okay. It also definitely deals with a lot of Gemini moons have mothers who were either like not ready to be parents, or their mothers could be very immature. They're like very immature moms. And it's always interesting because my daughter is a Gemini moon, so I already know. I can only imagine when she get older, she's gonna be like, my mama, like, oh my God, mama, leave me alone. Leave my friends alone. And I'm gonna be right there. Like Frankie, without the drugs though. I'm good on the drugs, but it's a man down situation. A lot of times Gemini moons have moms who may even suffer with mental health issues. I could definitely see that applying to Frankie. Okay, definitely. Also, that Gemini moon in the 11th house deals with her being estranged from her siblings too. Like her having all them siblings all over the damn place. Okay. So there's that. And that's also reinforced with her moon in opposition to Uranus at that 28th degree of Scorpio. That also even just deals with like just her not being close to her mom, or her having a difficult time being really close to her own mom, you know? So there's that. Or like her maybe even resenting her mom, where she could just, you know, or not have a lot of empathy for her mama. It makes sense with her attracting a young dude, yeah. And yeah, I don't get Cancer rising either. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up a picture of Keyshia Cole for y'all, so y'all can be looking. Now I will say she has aged so gracefully and immaculately. She looks so good. Keyshia looks damn good. Like she looks really good. That's why when she was dating that nigga who was like 22, you know, her last baby daddy, Honestly, it wasn't that big a deal. Look. They don't look that far apart in age. It was another picture. Hold on, Keyshia Cole, baby daddy. Hold on. Maybe they'll show the picture that I'm thinking. It was just one picture of her and her last baby daddy. That when I say they look, I think the short hair makes her look a little older, but it was one picture where they literally looked like the same age. And I think they were like on vacation. I'm trying to find it. They was like at SeaWorld or some shit. I don't know. But like they look, but even right here, it don't look like auntie vibes. It don't look like auntie vibes. For them to have been so far apart in age. I think Keyshia Cole was 37 and he was 22 or 21 or something like that, you know? And then I'm like, that's goals. Honestly, that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start dating. I'm gonna find me a nice little 23-year-old and just feed him fruit snacks and buy him a PS5 or something. And then maybe he can just give me hard dick when I want it. Once I get to a certain age, that's just gonna be how I'm gonna move. I'm a Gemini moon and I love Keshia. Makes sense. We have the same in the South. OMG, why I have a Gemini moon, Libra sun. I was just thinking today how immature my mom is. Yeah, that can be very, very immature, very, very childish. Even the type to always making jokes, especially at inappropriate times, you know, or the type to always they don't really know when to shut up, you know, that kind of thing. Let me see what else is going on with Keyshia. Now, I will say, her attracting younger men, you could definitely see that in her chart because she does have her Mars at the 27th degree of Leo in that third house. So quite literally, it could deal with her dating younger men. That's why she's into younger men where, and honestly, it's a control thing, okay, where she could teach them. That's also even reinforced with her Capricorn South Node, right? She has a lot of karma, and she got her Saturn at that 14th degree of Libra, in her fourth house as well. So she gives me the vibes that she may be the person in her relationships pulling most of the weight, you know, where she is that person where she likes, it's like I said, it's a control thing. She likes to be able to be in control of her relationships. And you know who else she puts me in the mind of in terms of like her chart? Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is another Capricorn South Node where, and y'all see how her relationships be. She likes to be in if she can't control you, she don't want you. And that's the same type of vibes Keyshia Cole gives me too. Same vibes. Should I write down? Give me a young one. All right, I'm trying to tell you. Hard dick and bubblegum. Well, no, he'll have to give me some more than hard dick and bubblegum, but definitely, I mean, I want some first, second, and thirds on that hard dick though. Let me hop on it, baby. Right? Because I mean, as women age and the closer we get to 40, you know, our bodies, our internal clocks, our biological clocks start, you know, like, okay, all right, bitch, if you're gonna have some kids, you need to crank it out now so your hormones start going crazy. So that's around the age where women reach our sexual maturity. So around 40 something, them be the freakiest bitches ever. Freaky. But for men, it's the exact opposite. So they be all stealthy and shit in their prime, which is like in their 20s. But, you know, once they get past 30 and then they get to 40 and 50, you know, their sex drive drops off, you know, significantly. So I'm like, if I'm single and I'm damn near 40, so like in another 10, 11 years, and, you know, shit, I'm not fucking with you old niggas. I don't necessarily want somebody I can control either, but Yeah, because I know that tends to be the case too in a lot of situations where there's like a big gap in the age dynamic, but mostly just for sex reasons. Like, you know, I want to, if I'm going to be in my sexual prime, I want to be with a young nigga who got all his energy, right? He don't need no time to warm up and get it up. Like, all you got to do is blow on it and he just up, you know? Like he know how to pick you up, bend you over. Like, I like that's what I like. Stand up in the coochie. Like that's, come on. I ain't got time to be dealing with grandpa. She has Mars and Leo. Yes, she probably do swing on her men. That's actually, and you know, I'm glad you mentioned that too. That Leo women with very prominent like Leo placements, when we're talking about personal planets, they tend to have the hardest time with men because they are so masculine. And once again, with her in her third house, you know, it can just make her very aggressive, also very bossy. Once again, like I said, she could be the type to boss her niggas around. Let me see how it's aspected. Yes, it's sextile in her Mercury. Oh yeah, it's squaring her Chiron at the 21st degree of Taurus. Oh yeah, she's bossy for sure. In the 11th house, that's like a bully aspect. Or she probably fuck around and bully your ass. You know? So yeah, definitely. Or where she can like leverage money. Oh, or where she can be very possessive. Very possessive over her men. And yeah, that can also create a very just like a violent person too. And y'all know Keyshia got a known reputation for beating bitches up. Yup. You know, they say she'll beat a bitch up. Yup. That's what the girls and guys are saying. Let's see. Trying to see what else. Oh yeah, then the issue that she had with her dad, right? She couldn't find her father. There was issues in figuring out who her damn daddy was. That's definitely an attribute of her Capricorn South Node. Lots of karma surrounding the father. So there's that. Trying to see. Oh, she also has her moon square. Her moon is also squaring that Mars at that 27 degree of Leo. That also is another aspect that can make her very violent. Like the type of person to just flip off on the handle. She might even be verbally abusive to her men. Like, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. I said, what the fuck you gonna do, bitch? You ain't gonna do shit, bitch. Cause I said. But that could also even reflect the contentious relationship that she has with her mother and her siblings as well, where she may even try to dominate and boss them around too. She gives me the type, especially with that Mars squaring Chiron in Taurus, where it's like she is the type to be like, okay, well, bitch, this is my show. I'm running this show. I'm the one with the money. So you gonna do what the fuck I said, or your ass getting cut the fuck off, bitch. Keyshia Cole was rocking the brunette red blonde. Yes, I like that look on her too. Booby was younger than her too. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's the vibe now. If I can't control you, I don't want you. Remember when she thought she was half white? I'm trying to see what in her chart could point to issues with like the paternity of her father. Well, her son conjunct Jupiter. That could deal with where like she had to take a blood test to figure out who her daddy was. But hold on, let me see what else could point to that. I mean, if you want to be technical, so could that moon square Mars too, where it's like her being estranged from the father as well. So yeah. Also, she has her Pluto in Libra squaring that Capricorn South Node in the 7th house, which once again also deals with her being very controlling in her relationships, but it could also deal with her being the type of person where like she can allow her relationships to get in the way of her career too. Or where she could have some issues, like legal issues, especially when it comes to like her music. Even with that Sun conjunct Jupiter, she may have some issues with her publishing. I don't know. I think she has sued some. Has she sued somebody by way of her music, or like had like some type of legal issue with her music, whether it's her label or someone else? But I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, Capricorn South Nodes make horrible moms too. I'm not gonna cap. Even with her Leo Mars squaring that moon, like I don't see her being the most affectionate mom. Actually, these are people who typically know how to like be career women, and they could be so fixated on like their professional life, but they personal lives be a hot fucking mess. Example, Nicki Minaj. Example, Wendy Williams. Example, Tasha K. All Capricorn South Nodes. And they got kids, and they kids be hating the fuck out their ass. Well, we don't know with Nicki Minaj yet. She just had a kid, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, these are women who naturally struggle when it comes to balancing their time in terms of like being career women or being mothers, and they just lack maternal instincts a lot of times. And even with Keisha's Capricorn, South Node in that 7th house, she could just be the type to do shit just for show. Especially even with her being a Libra, just doing shit just for show. But like behind the scenes, she may be, I don't want to say a horrible person, but whatever. Let's see. With that Mars in Leo squaring that Chiron at the 21st degree of Taurus, there could also be issues with custody. I think she had like a custody battle, a child custody battle, like either custody or child support issues. Let's see what else. Yeah, and then she got her Sun conjunct Saturn. But I mean, and that could also be a reason why she has issues with men too, with that Mars squaring Chiron, then that Sun conjunct Saturn, where she just naturally is going to have a difficult time with men. And I mean, you could also look at that as that Capricorn South Node in the 7th house, where she just has a lot of fucked up karma when it comes to her relationships. As a Cancer North Node, especially in the 1st house, she need to focus on her. Like, just focus on you, baby, in this lifetime. Focus on you. Focus on being the best mom that you can be and doing something meaningful with your time. Men are desserts. I like a spouse that's older than me, and I love to learn new things. Don't nobody want to spoil that cookie. I have Capricorn, Mars, and Venus in the 10th, so I like them older. That makes sense. Man, ain't nothing like some rounds, facts. Sag Venus screen. I love a Spanish nigga. I love black men, but I really love everyone. Aries, Sag energy. I make men mad. Hey, Major Key. Yeah, it can be, Rachel. Of course, not every person with Mars and Leo is abusive. So I want to make sure I make that very clear. But in Keisha's case, especially with the square in her moon, that could be a person who could have a very difficult time in like maintaining relationships with people because of their need to be very controlling. Like these are people, Leo Mars individuals they can be very hot tempered, especially if they feel like they're out of control or if they feel powerful. They can be very abusive or try to intimidate people too. Oh, hey, y'all remember when Bow Wow said that Keyshia Cole fucked up his car? That's her. That's her having that Gemini moon squaring her Leo Mars, where she will be the type of girl to go fuck your car up in order to send a message. Literally, like her fucking up a nigga's car. That's that Leo Mars squaring her Gemini moon. That's crazy. Crazy. Hell no. Oh, Keyshia. I can't stay here if there's no love. Can't hear me, lady. Another person with their Mars and Leo who is very abusive, Meg the Stallion. I know a lot of people don't like to admit it, but you know. Remember what happened with her and Baby and some chick? She fucked up. Yeah. Mars and Pisces in the 10th house. That could be you liking, I don't know. Did you say you like older people? I've seen that deal with the person who could be attracted to older men. Almost like on some sugar baby shit too, with that Mars and Pisces, where you can manifest relationships where you taken care of by like an older person or older guy. But that's also kind of a tricky placement too, because those people have a difficult time knowing what they want to do with themselves. So, in a lot of cases, it might just be depending on other aspects in your chart, of course. In a lot of cases, it might be for the people to just go ahead and find you somebody who can take care of you. Mars and Capricorn violent, not necessarily. Capricorn Mars aren't necessarily violent. I mean, and of course, depending on what else is going on in your chart, like lower vibrational Capricorn Mars people can be very cruel, or they can be kind of cold, relentless, ruthless. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's an abusive Mars placement. Libra Mars 11th house, too influenced by other people. Too influenced by other people, for sure. My cousin has a Capricorn mom, not affectionate. Yeah, my mom's a Capricorn. They're not affectionate at all. My mom was a Capricorn sun, Aries moon. So not affectionate at all. Not in a traditional sense. Capricorns are affectionate. They show their love for you in a very similar way that Tauruses do, like what I can do for you. What I can do for you. What opportunities I can provide you with. What does it mean for a woman to have Taurus, Mars opposing Sag, Pluto? It could deal with her attracting long distance relationships, but also attracting men who may have a difficult time settling down. There could also be issues with money. They may not be the best with money and spending as well. Or they could attract men who may not be the best with money, men who may be kind of irresponsible. Same, I'm young, but I have the nerve to be calling a nigga a little boy if he a year older than me. Capricorn Mars 10th house. Hell no. Gemini moon it does make people wacky. Like you said, I bust the windows out your car. Pisces Mars squaring Pluto Sag. It can make a person who may not be the wisest, who might not make the best decisions when it comes to the men that they date, because they could just be easily duped. He's like very gullible, too idealistic, where you even fall in love with a person's potential and then get your hopes let down. I dated a Capricorn and it was a turnoff. He was not for me because I need to snuggle, cuddle, laugh, and shit. Not that weird, uptight. Yeah. I don't really fuck with Capricorn men. And they boring. The last Capricorn dude I dated was boring as fuck. Like boring. Like snooze fest. And I was like, ugh. Yeah, ugh. I can't get with it, sir. Can't get with, and he was cheap. So, because you know you got the Capricorns who are materialistic, but then you got the cheap ones, and I ain't fucking with that. Trying to see what else. I think that's pretty much it in terms of what we care about, anyway. From Keyshia. I can't stay here. I mean, and yeah, she just has a lot of indicators of having dysfunctional relationships, especially with that Libra Pluto aspecting so much of her chart. It's like, mama, enough of no love, no love. So yeah, that's what I just wanted to come on here and talk about. I said I was going to look up the transits for next week, didn't I? Or the 21st, whenever that is. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy I just got my computer out the shop today. It was broken. Hold on, current transits. I admit that you almost had me. I admit I was almost crazy. Had you hung about calling that bitch right now? Let her know that she ain't gonna meet me. She thinks she cute, but she don't faze me. Can't say I'm not her. Okay, 1 week. 20th. 1 day. 21st. Well, transit in Saturn will be at the 0 degree of Aquarius on the 21st, conjunct Jupiter, which is going to be very interesting, especially in terms of our government. Okay? It's going to be I feel like there could be a lot of radical shifts in, just the systemic setup of our government. Maybe we'll have some type of news in regards to, different government entitlements that are supposed to be coming down the line. Or like maybe we'll hear something else, another update on the stimulus. Perhaps. Now, it could be a really big advancement or like a very big turning point in terms of like this whole COVID situation too. Also expect a lot of there's going to be a lot of monitoring. Like there are going to be a lot of technological advancements during this conjunction, but also with those advancements, expect lots of censorship. There's going to be a lot of censorship online and even like government surveillance. Mm-hmm. Perhaps maybe new news with the vaccine. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Our government so fucked up, bruh. They literally gave us $1,200 one time and told us to go fuck ourselves. That shit crazy to me though. Trying to see what else is going on. Folks talking about DNA activating and some old shit. Transit in Mars will be squaring Pluto. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of it. It could be a lot of infighting within the government too. I've been getting emails about updated policies for Google. I believe it. I just got an alert on my phone about the C-19 and I denied it. Yeah. Huh. Deny. Yeah. So, all right, y'all. I'm kind of tired. So, I just wanted to come out here and, talk some shit. And I'm finna cough up a lung. So, let me hop out this thing. I hope y'all had a good night, or I hope you guys will have a good night. And I'll holler at y'all soon. So, good night, y'all. Bye.